Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh my God, I'm pissed. You guys. Oh my goodness. Give me a second. Let me get the new I'm livid. Livid. On. Hold on. I'm sure everybody's gonna come back now. I'm so pissed. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can get this pulled up the right way. Okay, we got the new one going. I apologize, y'all. Hey, we are back. I don't know, the old chat's gone, so I can't share the link in there. I don't know how many people are going to come back to this, but tell you what, I'm going to run to the bathroom for just a second and let people filter back in. I can't believe I shut down I went on with my phone and I shut down the other stream because it's like, well, I guess it's done. And I hit end stream and 2 seconds, actual 2 seconds later, my Wi-Fi icon pops back up and on my phone, and I'm like, you mother, and it was back. It was back. I'm so mad. I'm so mad because it would have just stayed on the same stream. Seriously, 2 seconds longer. My computer was still streaming. 2 seconds longer. And it would just popped right back up. Oh, I'm pissed. I'll be right back. Chair Coon, take the show. I'm not saying that it's a murderous rage, but it's a murderous rage, y'all. It's a murderous rage. It's fine. Only like 3,000 viewers are gone. No, 4. Only 4,000 viewers are gone. It's cool. It's good. Thank you. Thank you, Spectrum Internet, for all that. I'm gonna have to go into YouTube and find the super chats from the last stream. For just a second. Let me get some background stuff going. I apologize. I know this is not fun. You know what I hate about internet service providers? All they had to do, all of it, the only thing they had to do is just email me or something and say, by the way, we're going to do maintenance at this time in your area. You're going to have a channel outage or an outage. And I could have said, you know what? I could just not do a show tonight. That'll be fine. And I could just do a show tomorrow. I could let everybody know in advance. I could do that. That would not be hard for me to do. Calm. Calm. Hold on, I'm getting this getting the super chats from last stream. Hold up here. We will we'll get things going in just a second. Just a second. I'm just getting reorganized. Okay. Bob the Troll King says, and to the ISP, I tip my crown to you for that masterful troll. Cesario JPN says, I respectfully disagree with you, Chair Kuhn. Recliners are the slutiest of all chairs, followed by fainting couches. Rattan seats are the exotic sloots. Anything made with lark is Euro sloots, and pallet seats are lot sloots. Why? What happened? What happened there? What happened? Let me just make sure. Here we are. Bart Silverstein said Windows Boomer Edition trademark. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Brian Dewey says it's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Bob the Troll King says after stream dies, refer to previous comment. Panzerfaust says double gay ops equal trans ops. Hey shitlibs, it's almost 2020 and Trump is still your president. Stay cucked. Oh my goodness. I think that's all the 20 plus ones, and we'll get to the other ones as we go. Let's go back to the CPR article. Let's go back to the CPR article. Blink, 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 blink. So, yeah. Yeah, I inverted polarities. I inverted polarities. Don't tell me those old war stories, Cup. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back. We'll start over with the article. Maybe that'll get it to lose connection again. Okay. The Vic Mignogna lawsuit failed, but fan rage made it worse. For the past year, anime fans have been embroiled in a conflict over voice actor Vic Mignogna. Funimation and Rooster Teeth cut ties with Mignogna, famous for roles in Full Metal Alchemist, Dragon Ball Z, Ouran Host Club, and Ruby, after several fans and other voice actors accused him of sexual misconduct. A little misleading. They accused him of kisses on the cheek in public. Rumors have swirled about Mignogna for years among older anime fans. Oh, excuse me. Yet many others either didn't believe or refused to believe the accusations. Thus, an ugly conflict broke out. Again, what I was saying when the stream cut out was that those rumors, I guess the breadth and scope of those rumors seem to have been largely exaggerated. Largely exaggerated. The rumors do not seem to be as pervasive as we're led to believe when you actually go back. For example, the pull article or the pull thread or whatever on Vic, mostly prior to really taking off sometime in March or April even, listed that he was just a jerk and he didn't sign their gay fanfic art, their yaoi art. But the decades-old allegations of sexual misconduct is a bit of an overstatement. However, even with Mignogna's lawsuit against Funimation and others seemingly dead in the water, which, again, the lawsuit against Funimation, Monica and Ron, at this point, is very much alive in the water. It's not dead in the water. It's alive in the water. It may end up being dead in the water if Judge Chupp rules on those final 3 counts, the way he ruled on, or excuse me, final 5 counts, the way he ruled on the other counts. But we have no indication that he'll do that. He could have bench ruled the entire hearing, and he didn't. He reserved those 5 for some reason. We don't know what it is. Mr. Obi-Wan 2020 says, for only $1.99 a month, get BoomerNet, a minimum cost internet service you can't rely on. We work for super chats, and we are never there when you need us most. Call our tech tip line and realize we don't know what we're doing. This is true. This is true. Okay, back to the article. However, seemingly dead in the water. Fan outrage continues. Mostly contained within the social media hashtag I stand with Vic, it has led to a destructive path of harassment, citation needed, misinformation, citation needed, and even opportunistic profiteering, citation needed. What are you doing, CBR? What are you doing? Right? You got ads for Liberty Mutual on here. Well, this is just Google's ad thing, right? Google thinks I'm going to die sometime soon. They're like, whoa, this asshole's reporting on stuff from Sony and Funimation. He probably needs some life insurance for when he gets Yakuza'd, or whatever. You've got Google ads on this thing. You're clearly dependent on clicks to survive because you're an online publication, and what the hell else are you supposed to do? The lawsuit was probably doomed from the start, but the campaign around it made it worse. Who wrote this? Anthony Gramuglia. Solid name. See his qualifications. Earned my Master of Fine Arts from Farley Dickinson University. Have worked as in-house content creator for Vocal. Lifelong lover of comics, anime, and weird films. Loves different varieties of coffee. You can tell from his Master of Fine Arts degree and loving anime, comics, and weird films that he's definitely qualified to comment on the legal prospects of a lawsuit. Very, very much lots of experience in that field and a demonstrated ability to understand what's going on. Mignogna brought a defamation case to court, accusing voice actors Jamie Marchi, Monica Rial, Ron Toye, Rial's fiance, and Funimation Studios of tortious interference, conspiracy, and other charges. Like, just how is that written? He brought a defamation lawsuit accusing them of this. No, he brought a lawsuit to court accusing them of defamation, tortious interference with prospective business relations, conspiracy. That's it. The other charge was literally defamation. Mignogna argued that despite the long-standing rumors, which had not impacted his career to date, there was some sort of conspiracy among these individuals to eliminate his career. Yet on September 6th, when his lawsuit went to court, the vast majority of Mignogna's accusations were dismissed. While much of this has to do with the strong performance of the defense's legal team, no, it literally doesn't. It doesn't actually have much to do with that at all. Again, this is someone who has no clue what they're talking about. The worst, I guess the worst case scenario is you could blame Ty. You certainly can't blame Lemoyne or John Volney for what happened. You may be able to give some credit to Sam. But the majority of boomerang occurred between Ty and Chup. And I'd actually argue the majority of boomerang came from Chup himself. And Ty's reaction to that boomerang was seemingly not ideal, but I would argue that a lot of it came directly from Chup flat out misstating the law and misapplying the law. But it was probably from that stellar effort by the defense team, who couldn't get the most obvious charge of defamation thrown out for their clients. So here you go. A lot of blame can be placed on the pitiful performance of the plaintiff, Mignogna. Mignogna, for one, never showed up to court. Let me fucking clear something up here, because I've seen the stupidity around this. Vic going to court or not going to court had zero outcome, zero bearing on the outcome. Some people are out there, well, if Vic had gone to court, at least he could have cleared something up. No, he couldn't. It's not a hearing in which you get to examine or cross-examine the parties. Vic being in court would literally be Vic sitting there like the defendants. Nothing else. Vic doesn't get to take the stand. Lemoyne doesn't get to make his nasty rape mouth movements at Vic, where his brain-damaged, lung-ravaged body can't keep his mouth still. He doesn't get to do that. No one gets to put Vic on the stand, or Markey, or Rial, or Ron. And by the way, Ron didn't show up either, nor did a single representative from Funimation, unless you count his thought employees who are sitting there that they pretend to have no control over. And I'm talking about Markey, Rial, and Kara Edwards. They're sitting there, but they didn't send an official executive. They just sent a lawyer because that's all you needed to send. So this narrative that CBR is running and Dallas Morning News is running that Vic didn't show up. Vic didn't show up because Vic didn't have to show up. And if Vic showed up and there's 40 or 50 people in that courtroom who come to see him, it's disruptive. It's annoying. It's frustrating. The judge has to deal with people talking. And I'm sorry, but some people can't be quiet. And it may have caused a confrontation between Vic and the unhinged universal remote wielding Ron Toye that everyone thought might be there. There's a whole lot of good reasons for Vic not to show up. And I'm guessing the reason they didn't have Ron show up is because he's a spurg who can't control himself. Why do you think Ron wasn't there? But the two broken, crying women were. One, it's because if the judge saw Ron, he would know immediately that that guy was a cuck, and he wouldn't want to see him or rule in his favor at all. He may have to recuse himself after seeing a picture of Ron Toye. That's how pathetic that guy looks. But Markey and Rial show up. Vic doesn't. Neither does any executive from Funimation. No one's talking about how Funimation didn't show up to their own court hearing. Why not? Why not? Because it's all fake. It's all bias BS. These people don't have a shred of honesty in their bones. They can't even admit their bias. Right? They can't even come to it and say, we don't like Vic. That's why we're writing the article in this way. You guys know I hate the defendants. I think they're all god-awful people. If they were struck from the earth tomorrow, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't bother me in the slightest. I don't care about them. I don't like them. They lied to ruin someone's life. Someone I didn't even know existed before February in any real capacity. That's how terrible they are. That they so thoroughly convinced me to support someone I didn't know was real in like a day, because they're that disgusting of people. But you guys know that about me. I'm honest about it. So you can take any commentary I make and you can go ahead and lens it that way. These people aren't being upfront with their biases. They're not going and saying, you know what, we're looking up Markey's titty pictures because that's what we like. That's what this guy's not saying. I'm not saying he's doing it. I'm just saying he probably is. But they're just not, they're so bereft of integrity that they can't do that basic step. They can't do that. Nova Zero says, I would never ever interfere with anybody's business, but wouldn't it be funny if someone lacking ethics went around asking sponsors of these publications, wait, why is my ad showing next to defamation hit pieces? Well, I mean, they're ads just on Google. I mean, that's the bottom line as to why. All right, moving on. Mignogna, for one, never showed up to court. Then his lawyer, Ty Beard, reportedly offered an almost incoherent defense of Mignogna. Reported by whom? Reported by whom? Oh, here we go. Reported by someone who's overtly opposed to Vic and Ty. That's why. Right? Tweets from inside the courtroom depict Beard as unprepared and unable to inform the judge of any proof of any argument he made. That's not true. This got to the point where the judge outright told Beard, I don't think you have any evidence and that's your problem. The judge did say that, interestingly saying that while the evidence he was asking for was being provided to him. You know, but there you go. It's also worth noting that Beard's filing was submitted on the very last day it could be filed, and by many lawyers' accounts was poorly assembled. Many lawyers. Notice the one. I know he tweets a lot, CBR, but this is actually one guy. I know it doesn't seem possible. Like you would need a team of unemployed people to tweet as much as T. Greg Doucette, but it's actually just one guy. It's actually just one guy tweeting. And filing on the very last day is something that literally every attorney has done. Because everybody is filing on the last day. Why do you file on the last day? Because what if you file before and new information comes in? Everybody files like usually the last day, if not the day before the last day. But it's almost always the last day, and a lot of times in the last couple hours. Did you mention in the article here that prior to this, the defendants have filed on the last day? Every single filing that they've done, only all of them have been filed on the last day. Any of them with a deadline, it's the last day that they file them. But you know, and then sometimes after. All right. While the lawsuit is still ongoing, why didn't you put that? What was this? While the lawsuit is ongoing, let's look at that again. The Vic Mignogna lawsuit failed. While the lawsuit is still ongoing, buried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 paragraphs down. 7 paragraphs of 8. Oh, wait, no. Oh, my God. It's longer than 8 paragraphs. Sorry. 7 paragraphs in. While lawsuit is still ongoing, all charges against Markey were dismissed, while most charges against the rest were dismissed. It seems unlike... I could quibble with that in that for 2 of the parties, half of the charges were dismissed, which is necessarily not most. And he left out that the biggest charges are still in, but, you know, whatever. It seems unlikely Mignogna will win. You have to wonder why Beard, with apparently no real evidence, would want to keep pushing it. Okay. What's your name again? Anthony Gramuglia. Can I call you Gramuglia? Anthony, you can't stop a lawsuit in TCPA. When the TCPA is filed, you cannot withdraw it. I mean, you can withdraw it, but the hearing still occurs, and then you default, and then you have to pay for all of it, and you win nothing. You can't just stop. All right? So even taking your stupid premise, your very ill-thought premise of him not having evidence, and ignoring the fact that he's literally telling the court and showing the court the evidence, and the court just says, but I want something else. Even though that's not the legal standard that is required at this point in time, if you ignore all of that and take your stupid point, you still can't end the lawsuit until the TCPA hearing and ruling are done. You can't do it. To understand this, You need to know basic fucking law. That's what you need to understand this, that you can't fold it once a TCPA has been initiated. Because the case law on it says that the plaintiff can't just fold the lawsuit when the defendant has filed their TCPA. At that point, the judge has to issue a ruling on the TCPA. They have to do it. You can't just stop it. It doesn't work that way. So that's what you need to understand this, you idiot. You need to take into account the social media presence of Beard and his colleague. Ooh. Nick Ricada. He can't spell my goddamn name right. It's only all over the place. Ah! It's also a basic rule of English. I before E, man. I before E. Except after C. But it's I before E. You're a journalist. You should know the basic drafting rules of the English language and default to those. But, or, you know, you could just look at the YouTube channel, the Twitter account that you're going to talk about without quoting, I'm sure, right? Is there a single tweet of mine in here? Is there a link to the YouTube channel? No, of course not. Why would you do that? Why would you do that when you're talking literally about it? Where they position themselves as right-leaning legal experts. Right-leaning legal experts? Bitch, we're lawyers. We're lawyers. That's what we are. That's it. That's all we've ever said about it. We're just lawyers. One of them's a lawyer in the case. One of them's just a lawyer who talks about lawsuits online all the time. That's what I do. Legal expert. Certainly more expertise than you. I don't know that I claim to be an expert in anything. But I'm more of an expert in law than you because I have a degree, I've passed the bar, and I've practiced. That's it. That's my entire claim to any sort of expertise. Passed the bar, graduated law school, flipped the orders on those, and I've practiced for about 4 years. Still practicing law. That's my expertise. Jesus Christ. Their involvement gave the controversy a degree of legitimacy. A degree of legitimacy. We're not the only people who think there's a claim here. I know if you just suck off Greg Doucette all the time that you think that there is no claim. We're not the only people who think there's a claim here. Not at all. Not by a long stretch. That led to the bolstering of the I Stand With Vic movement, as well as contributions by several YouTube celebrities. Who of us would you call a celebrity? All right. Latinthea says, sorry, Nick, but I'm so glad I brought up the article. I knew you'd have more than a few things to say about a good show. Keep up God's work. Hashtag I Stand With Vic. Well, let's see where it goes. See where it goes. I don't know who would be a YouTube celebrity here. I'm certainly not. Tug, Flash, would they consider themselves YouTube celebrities? I doubt it. I doubt it. The hate campaign. The hate campaign. Oh, Therese is in the chat. Hey, Therese. Nice job getting blown out by your own person. By your own dumbass side fabricating things again. Good work on that. Real solid fucking work. You're a terrible pile of shit. As the movement grew, some members targeted those who stood up against Mignogna. It did not matter if the person coming forward was a fan or an industry veteran. The members of the I Stand With Vic movement would congregate and harass all who stood against them. Yes, that's what happened. That's true. That's definitely what happened. And no one on the other side was congregating and harassing. No, ignore that. Ignore that. It was just one side only hating everybody. That's it. That's it. Several YouTubers ran entire videos. Oh, only all of like a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video. They did a video on one subject, focusing on individual fans coming forward with their stories. It's because the stories are fake. Oh my God. And they're destroyed over and over when you get to, I don't know, any evidence, any direct evidence. Oh, by the way, Therese, make sure you like the stream. If you're going to lurk, at least like. Please, please. Don't pretend you're not watching for that. Okay. Regardless of their validity, the Mananas... Now, notice why they said that, right? Regardless of their validity, because the overwhelming majority, if not all of them, have none. They have no validity. And this, Anthony knows it. He knows it. Over and over again, these stories have been undone. Undone. Completely ridiculous. Voice actors like Monica Rial face the brunt of it. Oh, let me breathe and relax. Let me get in the proper mindset to feel sorry for Monica Rial for bearing the brunt of a fucking prank call. A pre-recorded prank call service prank call that she reported to Homeland Security. Oh my God. This is in September. There are people actively working to rip this community apart. You, Monica. I haven't been able to speak up because of the lawsuit. Yes, you have. Here. This is the most disingenuous garbage I've seen. She's been speaking throughout. She's acting like her voice is suppressed or that she listened to her lawyer. No, she's been speaking the entire time about the lawsuit. But hopefully soon I will be able to share the truth with you all. Only what we've been asking for since long before the lawsuit. Monica, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Monica and Ron have, from the start, we have mountains and mountains of evidence. It's all going to come out. Not a shred has come out. Nothing. Nada. Nothing about it has come out. All of the evidence we've been promised since February. None of it. But it's coming though. It's coming, guys. They could have done it. They threw a whole bunch of other pointless stuff into the TCPA. So ostensibly they could have done it. They could have produced it in discovery. They could have released it prior to the lawsuit. At the beginning of the lawsuit. At any point they could have saved themselves thousands and thousands of dollars. Tens of thousands of dollars. But no, they're waiting. They're just waiting because it's going to come out. They promise, though. Until then, don't rely on other people for information. Read the documents yourself. You may not want people to do that, Monica. We cannot let people who don't even care about anime, that's you, tear our community apart for their own agenda. We cannot let them turn us against each other. You turned them against people. You weaponized people against someone. You did that. And then you weaponized them against themselves. Monica, you're the one who is calling your fans racist, sexist, harassers. When they would ask you a question, you say you report them to the authorities. You're the weirdo who did that. Just you. I swear when this is over, I will do everything I can to try to reunite this community. I hope you're going to retire then. That's what it's going to take. You have to go of your own volition if you're going to reunite the community. Because everything you say is a lie, and it's obvious. I hope that you will be by my side. You mean you hope they show up to your autograph line, right, you lying cunt? Right? You hope those dollar signs start showing up for you? People, you care so much about them. Oddly enough, as the date of the case drew near, numerous false stories started to crop up, discrediting Funimation's staff. Oh, these are fake now. Most famously, Rikida posted several leaked outtakes featuring the Dragon Ball Z actor saying lewd things. Never mind that these outtakes and others like them had in fact been available for years at 18+ panels at conventions. Oh, had they? Had those? Had Sean Schemmels? People seem to be really bothered by that one. What about Chris Sabat's 4.5 minutes of gay rape jokes? That was available at 18+ panels? Okay, then. All right. They must be real then, though, right? If they were all available for 18 or for years, they must be real, right? They're not a deep fake by an AI. Remember, I heard that one. They're not edited by Vic. I heard that one too. They're real though, right? Right, Anthony? Hey, Therese, did you ever hear him before you heard him on my show? You're a big anime. You're a big Dragon Ball person, right? The biggest. Did you hear him before? Or is this guy full of shit? What is it? Rikida also spread rumors that voice actors Christopher Sabat and Ron Toye, one of the people being sued, intending to defame them. Hold on. Hold on. Let's reread this sentence. Let's reread this sentence and see if it makes any sense at all. Rikida also spread rumors that voice actors Christopher Sabat and Ron Toye, one of the people being sued, intending to defame them. Listen, guys, when I spread all the rumors that Christopher Sabat and Ron Toye, I was intending to defame them. When I spread the rumors that Chris Sabat and Ron Toye, I'm sorry for spreading the rumors that Christopher Sabat and Ron Toye. I will never spread the rumor that Christopher Sabat and Ron Toye again. It was a gross overstep of my position to spread rumors that Christopher Sabat and Ron Toye. The hell? This guy is a master of fine arts. Guy should be a master of Minecraft. The evidence for these claims rarely held up under scrutiny, especially when people close to the matter spoke out. Well, I don't know how I was supposed to uphold the evidence that Christopher Sabat and Ron Toye. I don't know how to do it. You got me. I don't know how to do it. Come on! What does that even say, you weirdo? Those aren't words. That's not a sentence. When people close to the matter spoke out. Oh, people really close to the matter haven't even begun to speak out yet. They haven't even begun to speak out yet. But why don't you go read Chuck Huber's affidavit, Anthony? Why don't you talk? Why don't you figure it out? One piece of purported evidence many I Stand With Vic supporters cited was an account allegedly given by voice actor Stephanie Nadolny that Sabat harassed and bullied her. I don't think that was the I don't think that was the account precisely. That harassed and bullied is the account. I'm not sure why he didn't include Stephanie's direct message that she sent someone. I'm not sure why he didn't include what the actual account was, but harassed and bullied is a little bit short of what that account says. Right? Hey, Therese, if you're out there, do you support this? Do you support this? This is the bullshit that the publications running your community, anime is your community, it's not mine. I'm wading into the waters here. I'm an outsider, right? I have never claimed anything different. This is the garbage that your people are putting out, even though it's the most biased bullshit on earth. This is the publications that are commenting on your industry. It's yours, right? Do you support this? You're not paying attention. Oh, cute. This article, this CBR.com article, do you support the fact that these people are reporting on it? Even if you're supporting Monica in this article is garbage and you know it. And you gotta know it. You read that article, it was good? Well, then you're fucking stupid. You're the dumbest pile of garbage this side of the Nile. West Nile, best Nile, and you know it. You're a fucking moron, Therese. Oh my God. You think this is good? Even if you believe that Monica is innocent and all of that garbage, even if you fully support them and you think this article is good, then you're the dumbest fucking rock on the planet. You should be appalled at this article. It's an embarrassment to your side of the argument. And if that's your level of integrity, then you've shown to the world that you have none of it. You're an embarrassment. Holy shit. That was the dumbest thing you could have possibly said. Find a new career, Therese. I don't think this one's going to work out for you. The evidence of her accusation came from social media accounts that Nadalny later confirmed had been hacked. No, she didn't. No, she didn't confirm that, you fucking idiot. That was a fake account created. Ah! It culminated in this statement by Monica Rial. Wow. Wow. Monica Rial says, please skip this post if you don't care about the drama. I have to correct this. She couldn't comment. It's because of the lawsuit, guys. She can't comment. But I have to correct this. In no way was I validating Stephanie's allegations against Sabat. Oh, no. You wouldn't want to do that, right? Chrissy might stop giving you jobs too, right, Monica? I've known her for years and she has never mentioned anything to me about Sabat. Well, you never mentioned anything to anybody about Vic, did you? Why don't you believe her? I was concerned about her arrest records getting out. What arrest records? No one was talking about arrest records till you did. Except, does Sabat talk about arrest records, Monica? Does Sabat talk about Nadalny's arrest records to other people, like conventions? Does Sabat do that? Does Sabat do that 12 years after she was politely yeeted from anime? 12 years after Sabat flexed on Nadalny, does he still talk about her convictions? I wonder. She wasn't talking about them. No one else is talking about them. You brought them up. About those arrest records, right? Those arrest records that have nothing to do with anime. Why'd you say that? But does Sabat talk about him? That's the real question. Is Chris Sabat 12 years after Stephanie Nadolny was removed from Dragon Ball, is he still talking to people in private about her arrest records? Is that going on, Monica? And if so, have you ever stopped to ask why? I bet you didn't, did you? Because I bet you know why, don't you? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just dumb. Maybe you're just blissfully unaware. I could actually buy that story coming from you. What is it? What is it, Monica? Is it, do you know about Sabbath or do you not know about Sabbath? When are you gonna find out about Sabbath? Hey, Chris, guess what? Hey, Chris, Sabbath, if you're out there, I know you have a ridiculous control over these people's careers. I know. Look, I got it. We all get how Okratron works and how your wife's the director of human resources. And so literally any complaints about you would go directly to your wife. So I'm sure they get processed objectively and all of that stuff. I mean, if it were happening like at Madoff, Bernie Madoff, when he ran his Ponzi scheme and he had his son as one of the chief risk officers, and he had, another relative doing a thing, or his best friend or whatever. I know that's weird. But for you, I'm sure it's fine. It's fine that your wife would be in charge of reports of any harassment that maybe involved you. Okay, so let's just gloss right over that. We'll just breeze past it. No problem. Hey, Sabbath. Do you wonder if at some point there will be a tipping point of evidence where the people you have control over now, call me the puppet master, just add like 40 pounds of fat rolls to these fingers and their Sabbaths. You call me the puppet master. But Sabbath, do you think there will come a day where the evidence against you is so overwhelming that your little thought squad of apologists will have no choice but to suddenly see it? What do you think happens on that day, Chris? What do you think happens on that day? Right? What do you think happens when, if it's true, I don't know if it's true. I've only heard rumors. Well, what do you think happens when those rumors solidify someone coming forward? What happens when Monica can't apologize it away anymore? Do you think she stands by you? Can she afford to, Chris? Can she afford to? Can Marky? Can Kara? Can any of the female voice actors who've taken such a stance against Vic possibly continue to support you? If the rumors are true, I don't know. Again, I'm just a humble internet. But if the rumors are true, if evidence solidifies those rumors, and only you know, Chris, only you know. But if the evidence backs those up, how long do you think it takes for the knives that are still bloody from Vic go right into your back? Wonder how long that Okratron control will last. Here you go. Let's read Monica's statement again. I really like Stephanie, and I'm sad that Chuck's affidavit has forced that information to out. Let's see. Oh, if only we had Chuck's affidavit somewhere. Where is that? I wonder if I've got that somewhere. Let's see how many of Stephanie Nadolny's arrest records are on Chuck Huber's affidavit. Let's take a look. I don't know if you guys know the answer to this. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read it. Hold on. We've got... Let's see. What do we got? Hold on. I just gotta find this stupid petition. Give me 1 second. Is this it? No. No, it's not in there. Come on. Oh my goodness. It's loading. Hold on. Ooh. Do I have this down? I should have this downloaded somewhere. Oh, here it is. Let's see. If only. Right? If only we had it. Only we could just check. Now remember, Rial is just talking about Nadalny's arrest record. She's really upset that those arrest records might come out. Affidavit of Chuck Huber. Let's see. Am I seeing Okratron, plaintiff, friends, Vic's name from Chris Sabat. Chris Sabat verbally disparaged Vic's Christian faith and said he was actually gay. Sabat said Vic was a pedo who liked little girls. Other voice actors, other Funimation employees described that practice as stealing from fans. So for Vic, here by voice actors and other Funimation's long-standing negative opinions. Let's see. Sabat. Let's see. Sean Schemmel tried to persuade me to participate in a derogatory video about Vic. Tag Vic for Christian faith. Vic was such a douche. Where are those arrests by Nadalny? Looking for them. Senior Funimation directors have described the work environment as den of poison and Kafka nightmare. Felt threatened by, let's see. It is well known that if one falls out of favor with certain people, including Chris Sabat, or if one tries to do anything to change working conditions, that person will not be rehired as a voice actor. That doesn't look like Nadalny arrest records. Let's see. Hugs are very common. Kissing, very common. Never disciplined or terminated. No hugs policy. I also heard that actresses who participated in sex with Funimation and Okratron 5000 employees were cast in roles. Consider these rumors credible based on my experience working at Funimation. That looks like Nadalny's arrest records right there. This is definitely Nadolny's arrest records. Owner of Okratron, Chris Sabat's the owner of Okratron 5000, voice actor at Funimation. He did most of the casting and recording. So if you had sex with an Okratron 5000 employee, you got cast. And Chris is the owner of Okratron 5000 and did most of the casting. So that's interesting. Generally consider Chris Sabat a de facto manager of Funimation. More influence at Funimation. Chris Sabat and Sean Schimmel call Vic a pedophile. Derogatory manner. No rumors of Vic doing anything. Let's see. See if there's anything else about Nadolny's. I mean, we saw the one thing about Nadolny's arrest records, which is if you have sex with an Okratron employee, then you get cast in roles. That was about Nadolny's arrest records. Anything else? Let's see. Now, Gen Fukunaga says there's no concerns about Chris Sabat, despite allegations of casting couch issues at Okratron. I and my wife fear retaliation from Chris Sabat. Let's see, what else? Yeah. Man, I'm not seeing anything at all about Stephanie Nadolny's arrest records, Monica. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I wonder what she's talking about when she says, I'm sad that Chuck's affidavit has forced that information to come out. How could she possibly be talking about Stephanie Nadolny's arrest records? They didn't come out. They certainly didn't come out in the affidavit. Why are you lying? Why are you a liar? Case doesn't involve her, and yet people decided to drag her into it and air her dirty laundry. It sucks, her dirty laundry, the dirty laundry of casting couch allegations, Monica. It sucks, it's cruel, and you should be ashamed. She has not even confirmed that the pic of her, of the DM floating around, was actually written by her. Facepalm. It's cute. To the fans, I love you all dearly. I'm sorry you've had to endure this drama. I promise you when this is over, I'm going to work to bring our community together. This has been hell on all of us. I just want to go back to chatting with you guys and having fun and calling you racists and sexist. Clarify, I felt betrayed because she was liking tweets that were inflammatory against me, but it turns out her Twitter was hacked. Was it, though? These distractions served only to try and defame those who criticized Mignogna, but didn't disprove anything he was accused of. Oh, that's rich. That's cute. Neither did these claims support Mignogna's lawsuit. They only hurt more people. It only hurts people to bring out the fact that there's a fucking casting couch at Funimation in Okratron. Like, can we just say it yet? Can we just say it that some female VAs got roles because they banged someone? And that's not necessarily their fault, right? But that role, how about, let's say it this way. Some roles at Funimation and Okratron were contingent upon sexual favors. How's that? How's that? And the dirtiest secret of all is that all of them know it. All of them know it. Monica knows it. Marky knows it. All of them know it. And they're just lying about it. Right? At least I assume they have to know it because other Funimation employees know it. All right. We're desperate attempt to bring down Mignogna's accusers. They're pointing out the hypocrisy of Mignogna's accusers. So this is financial benefits. While many fans acted out of a mob mentality, attacking those they felt were against them, others found a way for monetary gain. Some YouTubers exploited the trending topics to play the YouTube algorithm. I mean, isn't this article playing an algorithm and exploiting a trending topic, you disingenuous pile of garbage? Much like how YouTubers exploited the hate mob against Brie Larson leading up to the release of Captain Marvel. People who comment on subjects commented on subjects related to things they comment on. It's not exploiting an algorithm. Only this time, the attempts to gain money were less transparent. Now they're going to tell us how everybody tried to gain money and it being less transparent. This will be fun. Rikaida started a massive GoFundMe campaign. Actually, I started a campaign. It wasn't massive when I started it. It's become massive. But I started a GoFundMe, just a normal one. To, in part, cover Mignogna's litigation costs. No, to in full cover Mignogna's litigation costs. That's where all of the GoFundMe money is going. Raising more than $240,000 so far. However, Mignogna, when asked about the fundraising during his deposition, stated he gave no permission for Rikaida to create the page. Says, I didn't ask permission to create the page. Let's see. Do you have some type of administrator that helps you do that handles no? Mr. Rikaida communicates with you in February for the first time, and at some point you reach back out to him. You all have a conversation. Who came up with the idea of the GoFundMe campaign? Mr. Rikaida. That's actually not quite true. A bunch of people asked me to create a GoFundMe. It wasn't my idea. But I relayed the idea to Vic, so I guess maybe that's his impression. I don't know. What was the purpose of the GoFundMe campaign? You'll have to ask Mr. Rikaida. Nobody does. What did Mr. Rikaida tell you is the purpose of the GoFundMe campaign? He said that he believed that people who supported my position wanted to help in any way they could. That's true, because they were telling me that. And he said he was going to provide them a way to do so if they chose to, which is also true. You told him that was okay with you? No, I did not give him permission. He had already done it. Okay, did he ask for permission after he did it? And then they cut it off. Oh, if only we knew what he said. In the days leading up to the Mignogna case, the fan backlash over his firing led to an entire micro industry of people profiting off of anger. This is so rich coming from a daily online publication. Let's take a look at real quick. Review. Gears 5 refreshes but does not reinvent the legacy franchise. Hot Topic sold out Supernatural Day t-shirt is back in stock. Sorry, Keanu Reeves fans. Cyber 2077 won't let you blah, blah, blah. Capcom making sure there's no input lag in Mega Man Zero. Archie Horror's Vampironica returns for new solo series. 1980s were golden era for fantasy cinema. Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Natalia Tena, and comedian Bill Burr board Mandalorian. Fairy Tale top 10 story arcs ranked. That's a top 10 story. That's good. This is all current topics. Are they profiteering? No, of course not. You're reporting on things people want to hear about. Okay. And which in turn reinforced the anger fans felt and offered a direction for these angry fans to direct their anger. Anger. Projection. Who's angry? Anthony. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Oh, it was all for nothing. Actually, no one was, none of it happened. Mignogna, or more specifically, those around him, could have been better served if he kept quiet and waited for the heat to die down. I am so tired of this narrative. Do you guys believe that? Do you guys believe that? Has that worked for anybody? Just be quiet. It'll just blow over. You'll be fine. By launching this poorly planned, ineffective lawsuit. Was it ineffective? I heard Vic just got invited to another convention in November. Another convention in November has added Vic. Poorly planned, very ineffective lawsuit. He made himself even more of a pariah. Is he really? Really? You think that? His defenders, ironically, made him even more hated by association. And with the case closing, all of the YouTubers and lawyers who financially gained from the situation will now lose a source of income. Well, isn't that good? Isn't that the best part? Like that we all suffer? All the YouTubers, the evil YouTubers, we all suffer and lose our income. Good. In the long term, no one benefited. Well, if no one benefited, why are you writing the article? What is it? Here we go, guys. Top tier English major writing. Financial benefits. So we can summarize it here. Financial benefits. Last paragraph of the article. No one benefited. There you go. Summarized, signed, sealed, and delivered. Financial benefits, 0. None of it happened. Therese, you said this was a good article. That's how stupid you are. You're that dumb that you said this was good. You said this is good. You can't write how dumb your comment looks right now. Did you read it? I hope that's your excuse. I'm too retarded to read. Maybe that's it, Therese. Maybe you're just too stupid to actually have read the article before saying it was good. But it literally says financial benefits. Then he makes a big case about how everybody profited. And his last sentence is no one benefited. Nobody. Oh my God. This is why no one likes you people. You're so dishonest. You're so dishonest. You lack the shred of integrity required to just be real with anybody. You could have said, I support the article, but I think it was kind of poorly written. That would have been okay. Or I support the theme. I support the victims. I believe the women, including Ron Toye. But this article was kind of garbage. That would have been honesty. Or maybe you were being honest and you're just stupid. Either way, that's a bad look, fam. Oh my God. Oh, how embarrassing for you people. Okay. Let's do super chats and then we're going to be done for the night. I'm really pissed off still about that whole let's just cut off the internet in the middle of the show thing. But what do? If you're going to leave, before the super chats, and Therese, I would encourage you to stay around for the super chats, just because why would you leave now? You've stood around this whole time being useless. But if you're going to leave, I will be on Twitch in a little bit, playing a little more Path of Exile. Big Patch and Risk of Rain 2 comes out today, so I'll be doing that probably tomorrow. But yes, so I will be on Twitch in just a bit. I'm going to get some ice cream to eat while playing Twitch. Otherwise, tomorrow, hopefully I get to talk about the weird thing. I believe 99% I get to talk about the weird thing tomorrow. But I'll be honest with you guys when it comes out. So there you go. Let's read these first justice chats. And we'll go over to super chats. Kay says, maybe after seeing this Kavanaugh stuff drag out again, Chup will have second thoughts about how damaging business accusations can be. God willing. We'll see. Jay says, finally, we are entitled to destroy someone on social media without being accountable for our actions. The finally is in quotes, referring to Monica Rial. Kay says, do you know anything about how Vic has taken the recent events? Has his faith in Ty been shaken? I don't know. According to Svetlana on Kiwi Farms, his faith in Ty is fine. So you'd have to defer to her. Crackbot says, I just got home on leave from Afghanistan. What did I miss? Only everything, buddy. But welcome back home. And thank God you're back home safe. Thank God you're back home safe. Enjoy your time here, man. Next, DLJ Screwjob says, hey, Nick, asked you this on Twitch on Saturday, but I guess you didn't see it. So whenever you take settlement with Funimation, you say something like, with the discovery BHBH has after Funimation settles, can Vic not say hand over discovery, then we'll talk? Well, yeah, you could. Settlement agreements are like that. Whole bunch of stuff could happen. Teresa E. Gray says, links to a Kiwi Farms thread and says, hey, Terez27, here's my info for all to see. So there you go. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why someone would post their own info from Kiwi Farms, so who knows. Next, Joni Baloney says, I have 20,000 sitting in an old shoebox. What do? Well, man, there's a lot to do with 20 grand. I would talk to a financial planner or go ahead and, figure out what options you have for it. Or go buy something awesome. That works too. Zypher Warrior says, Mr. DC Douglas, second Twitter account, ban evasion. Oh, I didn't even talk about butthurt DC Douglas. DC Douglas has copyright struck Senpai is Home and SG Sammy for covering his tweets. That's not a proper copyright strike. Tweets are granted a global license from Twitter. You're granted a license to everybody on Earth when you tweet something publicly. So there you go. They have, I believe, appealed it, and we'll see how that goes for them. Slipknot Draken says, last time I was this late and Gay Rackets actually won the case. Running a load to Indiana tonight. So a sober cheers to you. Keep fighting the good fight. Hey, thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. Drive safe. Death Wish says, take responsibility for your actions. Jamie Markey. I should be able to get free abortions on demand. Also Jamie Markey. Kalinka Pavlova says, Markey's paid to read lines, not comprehend them. Brutal. 2012 Jameson says, if Jamie Markey's assault claim is past the statute of limitations, is it prejudicial against Vic to be forced to try and disprove the non-assault? Yeah, that's a good argument. Ron's transcriber says, off topic, Colleen Klinkenbeard is Lilith in Borderlands 3. There you go. Henry Aller says, love you, Nick. Keep doing great work. Thanks, buddy. Venomine says, Nick, this might sound really sappy, but I'm concerned. Kiwi Farm seems to be on its last legs in some regards. If there's any support you can provide, please do so. Picard's civil rights speech.mp4. Josh knows knows how to get a hold of me. And I've told him before, if the Kiwi Farms needs help, I'm happy to figure out how to help. So, Josh, if you see this, buddy, you know where to find me. Kalinka Pavlova says, hear about the VA who told an I Stand With Vic VA her association with Vic could be harmful. It confirms three things for me. The click is real. The click is very real. Game VA's crossover with anime VA click. Yep. And they're dumb as rocks. Yes. All of those three things are true. Pyretta Riddle says, hey, Rackets, I'm watching but playing Stardew tonight. Much love, chat. Also, con sluts. Thanks, Pyretta. Enjoy Stardew Valley. Kalinka Pavlova says, I live for my Pavs and Nick Rants. It's a Cakewalk says, it was a kick Vicar the entire time. Hashtag Galaxy Brains. Uriah Wright says, I dubbed Nick's Sith name Darth Malice. That's a good one. Big Red Bear says, I hope you realize what would happen if this stream was being run by the People's Republic of China at this point, Nick. Oh, it would be great. Fully Chinese government approved. Dustin Fritz Farr says, damn it, Rackets, your tug foo is not strong. You must go and sit under the nearest waterfall and train yourself in the ways of OCD autism. I think actually what I had was a link to the Twitter account, which has been nuked. I think that's why I didn't have it. Grunu says, this is my best show yet. Nick Ricada, rude. Angel Rin 89 says, how gullible I Stand With Vic is. I looked into the notes and several I Stand With Vic members said it was fake from the get-go. How exactly did I Stand With Vic fall for obvious gay op? They didn't. Of course. But the nasty harpies did. Kilroy was here, says, CBR is such fake news, it killed your stream. Raider J says, Ricada Law's fax machine went off and it disconnected him from CompuServe again. This is true. Angel Rin 89 says, rip Nick, Zoe Quinn killed him in Minecraft. Angel Rin says, where did you go? I miss you so. It feels like forever since you've been gone. And then Angel Rin says, hashtag kick Nick, hashtag still boomer. BTL Video Production says, here comes the boom. And Blink Your Eyes says, Jim wants on, check your ISP provider. BTL Video Production says, so not only did the stream go boom, but even the boom went boom. There's some boom reception. Boom squared, E equals MC to the power boom. Monica's chair breaking kind of boom. Then we've got, let's see. Phoenix Lord Osserman says, this is what happens when you decide to be on time. And hetero Nick, you shock the internet so much that God himself murders your internet. Angel Ren 89 says, oh, sure, blame the internet. A likely story. I'm filing an ethics complaint. How embarrassing. There's got to be one coming. Moist John says, multi-stream drifting, super grift. Kalinka Pavlova says, Grumuglia, not qualified to even be a urinalist. And Kalinka says, I before E, but you're Polish. Kalinka Pavlova says, hashtag tears for Therese. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, constipation has a better rate of delivery. Patchouli says, that guy should be a master of Minecraft, is shirt worthy. Ishaelson says, when stuff on Steph came out, Kick Vic was way too ready to go after her, in my opinion. Of course they were. She ruins everything. Right? She ruins all of it. Brian Dewig says, but Nick, I thought we were supposed to listen and believe Nadolny. Isabel Caden says, hi Nick, love you. Okay, bye. Hey, hi Isabel, love you back. Tomoki Sakurai says, Nick, did you see DC Douglas dox Null? Oh no, if only Null had never been doxed before. No, I didn't see that, but that's great. Toast Bill Clinton says, when's Funimation casting couch video leak? Oh, do you really want to see it? God, there's got to be 600 pounds of flesh in that one. Austin Hartless says, petition for common sense remote control reform. I think it needs to happen. Merg Maglaramaxis says, Therese and Kick Vic are failures who can't win ever. And Toast Bill Clinton says, damn fat Nibba Ricada popping off. Did you drink all that Malibu before diving into that garbage article? I should have, but I hate Malibu. I really hate it. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. Even through the ridiculous problem with the stream and my internet service provider deciding to cancel me for just long enough. Hashtag cancel culture. Cancel me for just long enough to be super annoying and extra effective. Tomorrow night we'll have a show. Hopefully it'll be a big show. I got an email back from the red flag lawyer. That's the red flag laws on guns. The red flag lawyer down in Florida, and hopefully we will be having a show very soon, maybe even this week. I will talk to her. I'll talk to her again. And other than that, come check me out on Twitch while I boomer through Path of Exile. Hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace. Oh, wait. Outro. Right? I forgot to do the outro. Have a good night. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some lawsplaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an art bag, a bow, more a love rug. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear lawsplaining tonight. From the white shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, the guests are all planet folks, from Doug T to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear lawsplaining tonight. From the white shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass